Hey, everybody, welcome to our wrap-up call for our 7-day hormonal health reset. Thank you, Kim and Lacey, for being here and everybody else in spirit. We're going to jump right into how things went this week. I want to hear what you liked, what worked, what didn't work, and sort of how you're going to move forward. So let me pose that in 3 questions. And since there's 2 of you on the call, you can both answer all 3 of these questions. So I want to know what worked for you, what maybe you felt like could have been a little bit better that you could have worked on, and then what you're going to take away from this moving forward. So, Kim, we're going to start with you.
Okay, what worked? You know what I think I really ultimately enjoyed was I mentioned on a previous call that I a couple times a year do just kind of a cleanse. It's a juice / whole food cleanse for a week. I kind of cycle sometimes with a healthy version of keto, just high healthy fats, low carbs, no sugar, just to try to get energy and reduce inflammation and all that stuff. But what drew me to this was I definitely need help with hormones. I'm 37. I definitely, my mom was beyond menopause by 40. And I personally have had a lot of signs as to thinking how I can be in early stages of menopause. So as I see all of that and you want to just put it all together, I was interested in the hormonal part. And what I really enjoyed was, unlike a diet per se, just feeling free to eat, but just eat clean and healthy. Like having the risotto tonight was so amazing, that the full starchiness of it, the natural creaminess of it, even though it was vegan, feeling that I was filling my body with good food, but yet it was fulfilling like this warmth and just this need that I have. And then I also made, my family had cheeseburgers, but I had some portobello caps that I had my husband grill up, and I put a little bit of pesto that I had on those. And then I made a beet peach salad with some scallions and walnuts and a little bit of goat cheese. And it just felt good to feel like I had the permission just to eat what I felt was okay. So yeah, that's what I really enjoyed. My only problem was I bought way too much food, not preparing for the week that I had. I think easing into it, what would have worked better for me is to have planned more and not to have just erroneously bought everything, because it was such a busy week for me. But on the back end of it, just trying to see how creative I could be with all of the food I did buy, ultimately made me feel just kind of proud that I used it all. It's prepped for the week. I feel good about the week. I made the potato salad. I can't wait to have that for lunch this week finally. So yeah, what was the third question?
What's something that you will take away from this now moving forward?
Just feeling the ownership. I feel a bit more in control and just proud to take ownership of what I'm putting in myself. I look forward to learning more on my own about hormones. Part of the reason that I also did this, and I can't say it too loud because my girls are in the next room, but we are going next month to Disney. I hear them screaming, so they didn't hear me. I'm about to start my period. I should this week. And unfortunately, I will likely be on my period the week that we're there down in Florida. And I historically have a lot of moodiness the few days before, the problems that come along with it, really heavy flow the first few days, cramps, all of the fun stuff. And when I have been more conscientious and eating clean and taking care of myself, I do notice that my cycle treats me better. So part of this is also intentional, because once I really got into this week, I thought, okay, I can keep this going because I really don't want to have that week disrupted. Because it can disrupt and it shouldn't. So I'm really hoping that with a month of taking care of myself, that will help.
I love that.
Yay.
Yeah. I think too that it's really easy for us to get caught up in like all the things we can't do or we shouldn't do when it comes to how we're eating or how we're treating our body. But hopefully, too, from what I hear you saying, that there are little things that you can pull from this experience that will give you tools to now be more mindful, like heading into that vacation
Right.
and this special time with your family, you're already aware of the things your body goes through, that eating more clean and taking a supplement that you know is really serving you is
Sure.
gonna prep you for that.
And I appreciated the mindfulness of including my supplements with it, because prior I would only use my Terrazyme if I was eating something that I knew was going to be harder for me to digest. Instead of making it a regular daily thing of thinking about how my body is going to process everything and making sure that I'm doing things in the way that I should. So yeah, I mean, unlike with like, like if you're following like a keto or something like that, and you get so worried about, oh my gosh, if I cheat and eat this, it's gonna throw you out of ketosis, or it wasn't that feeling. It was, at my kid's birthday party Friday night, I had 2 Trulies, just because it was a birthday party, we had a pool party. But there's no guilt because I just felt like, well, no, tomorrow I just eat what I feel is good for me. And so just following the supplements, making sure those are in, following my intuition. I don't know. I feel really good. Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience with us too. Okay, so I want to know, Lacey.
Yeah.
I want to hear from you.
All right. I can't see my video. Am I in it or?
You're in it. I see your beautiful white shades or something behind you too.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because the way that this is sitting, I'm like, are you looking at my chest? Who knows?
No,
okay.
no.
What worked? Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for all the time and energy and effort and work and love that you put into this because it worked. And there was so much that worked, but I think like the challenge of it, like someone giving me this and saying, like I'm an all in, and you probably see that because I was here every day. I'm either like all in, let's do this, or I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? And so I did every single recipe, every single thing, was totally in. Having the shopping list and the menu was so helpful. And like Kim said, I bought everything. I had a lot of it. I had most of the pantry items, but I, bought all the produce from the beginning because I knew if I did it in the beginning, had it, then I would, no matter what was going on that day, I would make it. So that was so great. The supplements, really, I was blown away. They really worked. As you said, what better? Is that right?
Yeah, like what would you say you would do or you would have done maybe differently?
Okay. I think the only thing is this is just such a extra busy season in our life in every way, and just extra stresses and extra people that I'm taking care of that aren't normally. So there was just a lot going on. So there's no way to change that. But it was just a lot because of that. And then takeaway, I feel like I'm more confident. Like I always have cooked a lot and taken care of myself well, but I feel like I have more confidence in all of it and more confidence in the kitchen. And like I went to the grocery store today to get everything for next week, and it helped me to like prep for next week and get a menu for next week. I felt more confident in the grocery store, which sounds weird, but when you go to the grocery store with 3 kids normally, it can be that like I'm in a full sweat and I feel like I don't know how to do this and this is weird because I've done this my whole life and I'm 40 years old. But today when I went to the grocery, I was like zooming through, getting my stuff, talking to the produce guy about kale, and like it's like it was good. So thank you.
That's awesome. Okay, so your takeaway is confidence, right?
Yes.
I love that. That just makes me so happy to hear that. I think that it's with everything in life that we really have these growing experiences, and sometimes they seem really hard and overwhelming, and you're thinking like, I'm never going to make it through. And then when you do, all of a sudden you do have that confidence to like stand a little bit taller. But what's even better is now you can start teaching other people, right? When something's working for us, we always want to share it with our friends and family. Or sometimes they'll just start to notice like, oh, wow, you're really starting to cook some things that, you know, are outside of the norm for you. Or, hey, you're looking great. Like, tell me what you've been doing. And so it's such a fun opportunity to just teach other people some more awareness about things they're doing at the grocery store that they didn't even know. Like a lot of people don't even think about like foods that are in season, or even like not shopping majority of their items from the center of the grocery store. And those are just simple things that can really change someone's entire diet, and more importantly, how they feel, because food is really truly medicine for our bodies. So thank you guys so much for sharing that. That was really exciting for me to hear what this experience was like for you. And I just wanted to give you a heads up. There will be an email coming from me here soon with a survey. And if you fill out the survey and just give it your best bet, then I'm going to send you a Clari-Calm. So do you know what Clari-Calm is?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's normally like $36 retail, $25 wholesale, and it's my favorite hormonal health blend. And the reason why I am investing like extra money back in is because I really want, like, this was my first 7-day hormonal health reset test group, if you will. And so I would love to have some like solid, just recommendations moving forward for people that may be thinking about doing it. Plus it helps me too, just to kind of revamp the program and look at things differently and improve. That's what I want to do. I want to get better at all of this so I can help more people. So yeah, so be looking for that. Also, I'm going to include a whole list of some anti-inflammatory foods that can help you moving forward to kind of look for in the store. And
Alex waved at me. I didn't want to be rude. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no, you're okay.
Okay, sorry. Pastors are here to do a workout with my husband. They were all waving at me and I was ignoring them. So.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. But just some other ideas that you could include in your diet. And if you don't know recipes on ways to use these foods, you can always like go on Pinterest or start Googling or something. But I know that this list has been really helpful in folks that I've helped with like other inflammatory responses in their body. Without getting too detailed into all of that, I'll just say that it's been really, really helpful to see these transformations just by changing up a couple of things that they're eating. So I'll send that your way too. And I'm going to keep you on my email list of future things like this, in case you ever wanted to do it again, or if you knew someone that was interested. Okay. So
Definitely.
now comes to the part where if you're not already enrolled with doTERRA, I want to make sure that you understand the value of what it means to have a membership and not be overwhelmed by that term. Because a lot of people, they get super caught up in this thing like, oh my gosh, like I cannot become a member of something. I don't want an auto ship. I don't want any commitments. And doTERRA is really open about how they do this. And so a membership is really just having access to 25% off for 12 months. So the cost of a membership or a wholesale customer account is $35. And the $35 is for the first year. And then every consecutive year after that, if you choose to renew your membership, it's $25 to renew. And doTERRA, in exchange for you renewing your membership, will send you a free bottle of peppermint essential oil. So your membership ends up being $4, which is a steal. Okay. And so the membership gives you a couple of other things too. It gives you continued support and education. So you really want to make sure that you enroll with someone that you feel confident in their values, that you're like-minded, that you're going to trust to kind of guide you and mentor you down the path to natural health, to healing. And yes, there is Google and Pinterest, and yes, you can learn how to use oils on your own. But what's really special about aligning yourself with a team is that team is meant to be like your sisterhood, that it takes almost like a village to take care of yourself and your family. And if there is an event or a circumstance in the middle of the night where you're just dying to get it answered and you are looking for support, you can come on to my private Facebook page where I have, hundreds of women in this community that someone is bound to be awake to answer your questions. So if you went on there and made a comment, or if you were too shy to make a comment, you could always go up to the search part of the group and type in like eczema or whatever it is that you feel like you're trying to get resolved at that time. And then the third thing that comes with your membership is that you'll have one-on-one support with me. And I think it's important to have an ally, someone in your corner, somebody who's going to look out for you and keep you accountable through the rest of your healing journey. But the awesome thing about what we've just done is the supplements I sent you are these guys right here. So if you haven't seen the bottles before, this is what they look like. So this is the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I've taught you all about what they do and how awesome they are. This is the multivitamin here. Can you see my mouse moving?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm circling around the guy that's the multivitamin. And that's the one that's got all your basic nutrient needs for the day. And then the XE Omega is your DHA fatty acids and fish oil. And then the Alpha CRS Plus is the antioxidant. So on their own, and I wrote this down because these numbers are like crazy, crazy high. Just want to show you. So on the Alpha CRS Plus, if you were to buy this retail without a membership, it's $93. $93. Like, that's a lot of money. And it's because of where they source them from. It's obviously the quality of the ingredients. And then when you get it on its own wholesale with your discount, one bottle of Alpha CRS Plus is $69. So it goes from $93 to $69. But doTERRA is really cool, and they let you bundle and save. So instead of paying $69 for this, $59 for this, and $54 for this, you can actually bundle the whole thing for just $10 more. So it's $79. So you go from $69 to $79 and you get all three. Now jump up here to the Terrazyme you've been taking. This is your food nutrient enzyme. Without the membership, purchasing this retail is $50. With the membership, the wholesale 25% off, the cost goes to $37.50. Okay, so $37.50 for one bottle of Terrazyme. But when you purchase the Lifelong Vitality Pack, it actually lets you add on up to 3 additional supplements at a discounted price. So again, you're bundling and saving. So you buy the Lifelong Vitality Pack and you add on the Terrazyme, and the Terrazyme goes down to $20. So $50 retail or $20 wholesale when you bundle it with this. And there's really no GNC, Costco, or Target Terrazyme that exists for $20, right? Same thing with the probiotic. I've never found a probiotic that works as well as doTERRA's before, and to only pay $20 for it every month, it's just a total steal. So you're going to buy the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and the probiotic is normally $46 retail. It goes down to $34.50 wholesale, and then when you purchase it with the Lifelong Vitality Pack and bundle together, the cost is $20. Okay, so to have a whole month supply of all of these things, it's going to run you around, let's see, $80, $100, so $120 for 1 month supply. I would suggest, if that's out of your budget right now, that you could do this as a 2-month supply. So what you've been doing right now is a half a dose. Okay, so if you think about $60 a month, it's not nearly as intimidating as $120. If you get to a point in your healing journey where you feel like, you know what, I desperately need more assistance, my body needs more support, especially heading into the winter months, then maybe you're going to want to jump up to that full dose and really start to fuel your body with more of those antioxidants, more of, especially this VMZ right here, these nutrients that your body's needing through the winter months if you're not getting all the nutrition within your diet. Same thing with the Terrazyme. The Terrazyme, you could take 1 with every meal like you've been doing, or you can take 2 before each meal. And that will just help you to process food even more. So if you have even more digestive needs, I would suggest bumping it up to 2 a day. The probiotic is something I do every day. But if you need to, kind of like we've been doing with the cleanse, we've been doing it every other day. So you can save on that and make it $60 a month instead of the $120. If you were to bundle all of this with the membership and a bottle of Claricalm, it's $180 for the entire hormonal health kit. If you take off the Claricalm, because you're going to be doing my survey, then it bumps down to, let's do the math. It's $24.50 for the Claricalm. Somebody do that. That's 180 minus 24.50. Guys, I'm not good at math. Let's see.
I was muted. I think, what is it, 156.50?
Yes, good job. Yes, that's a really good value for what you're getting here. Plus, you're aligning yourself with a community of really supportive women. In my community, we have nurses and naturopaths and herbalists and nutritionists, right? So there's a support team of people that are going to link arms with you and make sure that you have the support you need. So that being said, do you guys have any questions about doTERRA, about the membership, how it works, anything like that? I know you two specific ladies that are on the call tonight are enrolled, and I know I think one of you is on the Daily Essential Co. I'm trying to remember. Is it Lacey?
Yes.
Lacey, you're enrolled with someone on Jenna's team, right?
On
Michelle? Is it Amy? No, I'm trying to remember.
Amy.
Amy. Okay, yeah. So she's on the Daily Essential Co. So she's part of like the bigger team that I am also a part of.
Yes.
And then Kim, I can't remember.
To your Facebook page then?
So
that you were talking about, or is that a different?
So you would be connected with Jenna's Facebook page, which is the Daily Essential Co. members. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
So,
tell me, Kim, I can't remember. Is it Keely?
Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, it cut out.
Tell me your enroller again, because I completely forgot.
Well, I'm in St. Louis, and so I'm under Laura Sohn, and she's a Blue Diamond in St. Louis.
Okay, cool.
And I mean, we have a fantastic community and a wonderful family, same as you guys. I will say, I mean, the stuff, your team and your upline and everything you guys do is just phenomenal. I mean, the wealth of information that you guys even share publicly is amazing. So I can only imagine what you guys are able to offer in the private group. So it's truly a wealth of information you guys have.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I know that your team, from what I understand there, is really strong. And I'm so glad that you have like an upline that's looking out for you and, so informed and supportive. So that's really good.
Yeah, we go up to Romy and I'm blanking now. It is great. I mean, no matter where you are, there's great support. But yeah, you guys are phenomenal. And if you're gonna enroll with somebody, it's I mean, truly the stuff that you guys have so much emotional, nutritional, just so much wonderful guidance that anybody that watches the replay.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, and just doTERRA in general, it truly, for those that are not enrolled, I mean, it's been life-changing. I started with the supplements, and the supplements led to the oils, and then the oils took care of so many things within my family. And, my children's asthma is no longer, and we didn't even have one sick day last year. I mean, it's truly phenomenal. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. I really, really love hearing that perspective, because sometimes too, you just feel like you're sharing things online and it's not being received. And because, it's online, so you don't know like who's even seeing or engaging with your posts. It's just such a bizarre workspace. But that's exactly why I'm doing this, is I love like actually connecting with real people and having these kinds of conversations where we can open up, ask questions, be vulnerable, and like not feel like we're being judged or criticized, but just like welcomed and loved and accepted for exactly who you are, which is really special.
It's one heck of a community.
You're so awesome. Thanks for your stamp of approval. I love it.
No, I mean, just doTERRA in general, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Are you guys coming to convention?
No, I will be in Florida.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, one of these days you've got to go. Convention's really for like just people that use the product and stuff, so it's just super informative. It's all like doctors panels and scientists and researchers, and it's just a really cool kind of like a girls camp.
No. No. I do have a random quick question.
Yes, ask me questions.
Hormones. Do you know much about the phytoestrogen?
I do. I actually take it every single day.
You?
Yes, and the only reason I did not share it as a part of this group is that sometimes if people have a certain type of like thyroidism, hyper or hypo, that some doctors recommend that they not take anything with soy. And the phytoestrogen does have soy. It's not the kind of soy that has been researched to show that it's inflammatory. The way that they've extracted it and the process and like intricacy of all of the like details of putting it all together. Because when I learned about it and I heard that there was soy, I was actually kind of devastated because I thought, oh gosh, how am I gonna recommend this to people when I don't suggest people really consume soy, And soy's in everything, like the destructive kind. I mean, it's even in like salad dressing. If you go to the store and you look at the back of the bottle, you're like, what in the world? But good thing, like salad dressing is easy to make on your own. But there are a lot of things that people get that they just like they wouldn't want to make on their own, like a lot of condiments and stuff too. So so the phytoestrogen has helped a ton in regulating my cycle as well. Okay. So I don't do the bone nutrient complex because I'm not quite to that point yet in my age. I don't feel like I need as much magnesium. If you feel like you have aches and pains, like more joint pain, or you're progressively just like digressing in your bone health, like you'll feel it if you get out of bed and you're super stiff. Yeah. And you could try out the bone complex for a while. They sell it in a 2-pack. It's the phytoestrogen and the bone nutrient complex together. Okay. And that little duo pack, I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's not, it doesn't have to have a price tag. And it's funny because I was just taking one of the phytoestrogens every day and I noticed a difference in like my mood, which was interesting. And so then I started taking 2 of them a day. And now I just feel like, honestly, I told you with the thing I'm doing with my diet too, just everything's regulated. I really have minimal pain around my cycle now. Yeah. So it's been a combination of all of those things that have made a big difference. I don't know that I'll be on it forever, I just think I needed this support right now. I needed help to like regulate everything and really get me back on track after finishing nursing my last baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
No, I have it. It's unopened.
Okay. Yeah.
There.
So yeah, you could totally give it a try before your trip.
Okay.
That's something I would include if I were you. Yeah. Especially if you already have it right there.
I know. I bought it on the web. Yes.
Oh, that's funny. Well, Lacey, do you have any questions?
So what was that called? What estrogen?
It's the phytoestrogen complex. I can include, well, you have an account, so you know exactly what to look for. You just type in phytoestrogen on the search bar in your doTERRA shop, and it will pop up. I think what I'll do is in the email, because not everybody is familiar with like how the website works and stuff, I'll just include a link to it so you can at least see and maybe even read some stuff on it. There's a blog post that doTERRA put up last year specifically about that product. And I think they even talk about the soy in that one too. Okay. If not, I had like one-on-one little conversation with someone through the chat because sometimes on the Diamond page, the Diamond Facebook page, you can like reach out to people directly like in the company. And so I reached out to the product center and was like, hey, I need to know more about this soy. And so I do have a little write-up about that just to give me some comfort too and just help me at ease. You know what I mean? Like, just because I've got to understand the ins and outs of everything and how it's going to affect certain people. And I'm not a doctor. So when a doctor says don't consume soy, they're not referring necessarily to the kind that's in this phytoestrogen, but I wouldn't want to be like the person that's contributing to someone's hypothyroidism going out of control. You know what I mean? So like go on your own intuition, talk to your doctor, do your research, and then make the decision for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm wondering if that's something I should add in. Like I told you, I've just weaned off of medication for hypothyroid.
Right.
And I'll be retested again in like a month and a half. But my cycles are, we talked about that they're just not regulated at all after weaning. And so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something to include. And honestly, this Clary Calm is amazing, you guys. Like,
I'm so excited to get that.
Yes, it's really incredible. It helps me so much. And anytime I feel hormonal, I rub it on. Anytime I get like a migraine, I rub it on. I always have it with me. It's so.
Where do you apply
it? So a couple of places. When I'm feeling like I need support, like uterine health support, I'll massage it right over my left ovary because that tends to be the most tender spot for me. But you can also rub it on your right inner ankle, just right there around the ankle bone, because that is like in reflexology, that part of the body is connected to your uterus. So that helps a lot. And then if it's a migraine, then I'll rub it like right on the back of my neck. The brainstem is like right at the bottom of your hairline right here. And that's an excellent spot to rub oils. And then if I'm feeling like breast soreness, I rub it even like around my boobs.
Okay.
So just avoid the nipple. It doesn't feel so great there, but everywhere else is good to go. Even like lower back pain. I feel like it helps with all of it.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
And it's good for all ages too, because some people get weirded about it when they're like going to be menopausal, but it works for like females who are just starting to have a cycle all the way up to like, Grammys.
Okay. I may just coat my mom in it. She needs something.
Yes, I know.
I'll just roll it all over.
Yes. And you know what's funny? Like people really underestimate the power of aromatherapy. Like you wearing it and being close to her is going to have an effect on her too. So if she's not totally open yet to the oils, then just get real close up and personal with her when you're wearing it. Oh, I know, because I totally do that when I'm going to meet with someone that I know is a little more anxious. I'll wear Peace. Peace is a blend that really helps to reassure you and comfort you. And I'll just like cover myself in it. Or vetiver. Vetiver always works. It's like a natural plant-based sedative. It's like liquid, like oozing calmness. It's just so good.
So smart.
Oh. The little things, Lacey, the little things.
Absolutely. I love it.
Thank you guys so much. This has been so much fun. We need to stay connected, obviously, on social media. I want to make sure that I follow you. So will you email me your handles on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then I'll email out this video, and then the survey will probably come in the same email. We'll see if I can get it done tonight. Otherwise, tomorrow. I've got a sitter coming in the morning. So.
Are you keeping up your celery juice?
Oh yes. In fact, I'm open to juicing a lot more now. The variety has sort of had more options because
love juicing.
Yes, it's so fun. And I got a new recipe book of different combinations for the juicer. I'm still doing celery juice in the morning first thing, and then I don't add anything to it until like later in the day. So if I make extra and I put it in the fridge, I'll just put it back in the little jug that's like attached to the juicer. And then I'll juice like an apple and a carrot or some ginger, and then it just all kind of mixes together.
Yeah, that juicing, it's a good thing.
It's so fun. It's like a little obsession right now.
Oh, it's good. I just don't like to clean up. That's my only issue.
I know. Okay, so my cousin was here. This is the last thing because I keep talking forever, but my cousin was here. She helped me for 10 days to pack the house and help me with the kids. and she was like complaining, same thing. She was like, I haven't gotten a juicer yet because I just don't have the time to clean it. And she goes, what kind of juicer do you have? And I was like, well, walk in my kitchen. I will show you the whole process. Guys, this is not a joke. Okay. In 60 seconds, I juiced and I cleaned it up.
You can't. If you do it right away.
Yes.
And if you just give it like a really good rinse and a little bit of soap and set it out to dry, it's okay. Yeah.
So the prep work has to be done ahead of time, right? If you're going to juice, like if I had to cut my celery every day, I would be like, oh my gosh, I can't do this.
No.
But I just have it all prepped, all ready to go on the weekend. And then I use it throughout the week. It goes right through. And just like you said, I rinse it out. That little part in the middle that's maybe like a little bit more tough to clean. Mine came with a specific brush for it.
Mine, yeah.
Yeah. And so I just like swipe it around 1 or 2 times and it's totally fine. As long as it's hot water, it comes right out.
And does yours have, I learned a trick of putting an empty just bag in the disposal area. So at least it's not going, it goes straight into there. I can throw it away rather than having to clean everything else out.
Yeah. So at my local market, I actually pick up extra when I get produce of the just like recyclable bags. So everything's going, like I bring it all back to the same store. They have compost at the store.
You're kidding.
No, it's awesome. They have like 3 different barrels of compost for different things.
Oh.
And I know it's really, really cool. So then I just bring all my juicing stuff every week, plop it in there, and I'm good to go. And then it's definitely one less thing to clean every day. So
yes.
Yeah.
So I have a question on that.
Yeah.
I just use my Ninja and then I strain
Yeah.
still.
Perfect.
But I'm ready. Like I'm not ready to invest in like a $600 juicer. But so do you think, I haven't got one because I'm scared about the heat and a less expensive one not.
Yeah. So mine's cold press. And mine's a cold press one. It works super well. And I think it was $3.99. And I had a link to it in one of the emails that we got this week. So it's a Breville.
That one was $600.
Say that again.
When I clicked on it, it was $600 right now.
Oh my gosh, the price went up? That is terrible. I am so sorry.
No, that's fine.
Oh
my gosh.
But do you think like the really inexpensive ones aren't worth it?
I don't know. I would stick with maybe your cheese strainer for now. And then like, I know this sounds silly, but every little holiday you could ask your husband for like spending money and then put it in this little juicer savings,
Yeah. Good idea.
I did that. I asked for a juicer for our anniversary last year.
No, you know what I asked for this year?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
For our 18th anniversary, I wanted a power flusher on my son's or the kids' toilet. That's what I wanted.
Oh, nice. That is so cool. You win. You win Mom of the Year right there. That is so funny. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Kim, what were you saying?
No, I have a Breville as well, and I was just looking up to see which one it was because I think it was just under 200, and I've had it for a year and a half, and I go through at least quarterly rounds of really getting into juicing, and it's worked really well. I'm just trying to see if I can find which one it is. Or I could just go look real quick.
Is it this guy, the JE9?
No, it doesn't look like that.
This is the little brush that works so well.
Yeah. You keep looking. I'm going to go tell you. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me see the one that I sent you.
My apologies. It's a Cuisinart CJE 1000.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but it really has worked really, really well. That guy. Oh, it's even gone down in price.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah, and it has five dials on it to go from, to the density of the veggies. So I had looked into different ones, but I think that one, it was just under 200 when I got it a while ago.
Okay.
That's
Great.
awesome.
Thank you.
Love it. There you go.
Happy juicing.
Perfect.
Happy juicing. Oh my gosh, let me stop sharing my screen so I can see your pretty faces. Ah. Okay, so I'm going to post a little picture that I took during our call tonight. So you got to send me your handle so I can tag you in my picture.
Oh, yay.
You didn't know that I took a picture of you.
As long as I'm not like this.
I know, right? Those are the worst. Let me stop recording.